Hi ladies and gentlemen, before we get started, of course I want to remind you again of the importance of being involved in these organizations that are trying to expose, investigate, and prosecute pedophile networks in our country and throughout the world. If there ever was a war where you don't have to worry about conscientious objection, this is it. So please remember Navy SEAL Craig Sawyer's website, vetsforchildrescue.org. And here's some other artistic examples of what he is trying to do to get people aware of what's going on here. I think these show his commitment to what's going on, so I hope you can get behind him. And also there's this website here, which I've talked about before as well, opdeepstate.com. Both of these are very important, very easy to get involved with, and I hope you go and take a look and get involved in this most worthwhile of causes. Thank you. I'm Roy Potter, a former U.S. Army Lieutenant Colonel. Welcome to the Potter Expositor. Hi ladies and gentlemen, it is May 1st, 2017, and if any of you have been watching what's been going on, if you've been listening to what Dr. Pieczenik has been saying, if you've been listening and watching what Hedge has been talking about, if you've been watching what Michael Savage has been talking about, about 4 or 5 videos back I did something on a video talking about Assange and the fact that Sessions was going after Assange and that he couldn't do it without Donald Trump's approval. What I have down below in the description box are 3 links. You really need to look at these because they're starting to happen the way I was afraid that they would. We've had coup, counter coup, soft coup, ongoing soft coups. It's been a battle back and forth. Nobody said that taking back the republic was going to be easy, but when you have the leader, the President of the United States, loading his advisors with neocons and those types of people, it was bound to go down the wrong way. So what I said in that Assange video was that this is a signal that they're going after everybody that's a conservative to help Trump get into power. And I don't mean the little voter on the street. I'm talking about the people who really work to do that, the people in the intelligence agencies that got the information about the corruption out, the different conservative medias that are out there, like Alex Jones, like Mike Savage, like Cernovich, like Hedge, etc., etc. Well, today, okay, we found out that Trump has had to call out from these different areas in the government what we would call his shadow cabinet, people that were keeping track of what was going on in the different agencies and reporting back to him. That the White House staff, and McMaster, Preibus, Kushner, those types of guys have forced that out. In other words, those people are either being terminated, fired, sent to other agencies, whatever. So this is, I don't know if you understand how serious this is. I don't even know where to start because I can't explain it in the short amount of time that I have on these videos. Remember, I also said in one of my videos that Trump was giving us porridge. He was giving us the things about the material well-being, a new car every year, better energy, you know, good jobs, etc., etc. And we weren't hearing anything about reestablishing the constitutional republic, the principles. I have an old saying, it's principles, not personalities. Okay? It's your core values that make you free, that give you liberty. That's what we should be embracing. And instead, just like Jacob gave Esau, like I said in the video, a bowl of porridge to trade away his birthright, and that's what I was afraid Trump was doing. Knowingly or unknowingly, wittingly or unwittingly, that's what was going on. The fact that he didn't go after Clinton and probably never will, but he will go after all types of patriots around the country or allow his DOJ, FBI, etc. do it. They're purging his people. Do you understand this? They are purging the people that supported him. They are purging them out of the government, not Obama's. Oh yeah, Tillerson got rid of, what, 2,000 people in the State Department? Did he get rid of the 7th floor? I'm really not clear on that. But apparently, you know, being a military officer, I know that there are redundant systems in place in every type of command structure, and the COG would be no different, no different, the continuity of government. And that's why I kept saying, Trump, you need to go after these people up front right now. Okay, well, I can't explain it to you in the detail that I would like to, because there's just not enough time. And even the links that I have below are not going to give you the information in such a way that you'll be able to understand it immediately, because this is a subtle betrayal. I cannot believe that this wasn't the program from the beginning, considering how things have gone down. Will you get good jobs? Yeah, probably for a little while. If the world's left, we were promised that we weren't going to get any interventionist or regime change, right? Well, that's all changing. And I'm going to point this out, okay? Another thing. I said back when this whole thing with North Korea started that, and I talked about China, you know, that Trump was presenting it that he gave China an offer they couldn't refuse by giving them better trade deals. I think it was the other way around, because the Chinese president, when he went to Davos, told them that he would get Trump back in, and he'd had a plan to do it. What's the plan? Hey, this is the Chinese president. Hey, North Korea, we want you to start saber rattling up there and make it really bad, because then President Trump will respond to it, and he'll come to us for help, and we'll say, well, we want this and thus and so if you're going to have us do this for you. Ta-da! And we've seen it. That doesn't necessarily mean that a war will stop at this point. This has gotten out of control. I think Dr. Pieczenik explains it the best, and I'm just going to leave it here for right now. I don't know when I'll get this up, and I know I say that a lot, and I'm a little worked up because, you know, it's just, I've heard all of these Trump supporters, and I'm one, okay? But you got to look at what's happening on the ground. And just having jobs and just having a better economy and those things don't mean anything if your core values aren't being supported, and they're not. I have another name for it, you know. Some people call it, you know, that following a person is a cult instead of following principle. Well, I have another name for it. It's called leaderitis. And a lot of people have got that right now. They get somebody in there, their leader, you know, that they can trust, and they suspend all objective analysis. And we can't do that, folks. Unfortunately, too many of us have. Yeah, you know, I realized that there were a lot of people that were blocking Trump from doing his agenda, but now you've got to ask yourself a question. Why did he bring those types of people in close? You can't use the excuse that it was to help him to run the government. We can't say that. A neophyte would have been better. And I know people say, oh, that's crazy, that's crazy. Well, anyway, I haven't got time to explain all that. The fact of the matter is, this has taken a really, really bad turn. And we've been seeing it coming slowly, you know. I would pray and hope that Trump will wake up or that he will actually support the agenda as he first promoted it. But folks, we have to look at the evidence on the ground. When you're in a battle and you have the propaganda of the enemy telling you that they're winning and that they're doing this and that they're doing that, you have intelligence people, you have intelligence gathering to check that data and to see if it can be corroborated. And if it can't, then you have to figure out that something else is going on. Okay? So we're sitting here and we're watching the enemy move their different units around. And we're identifying what those units are and how they're used in a battle. And we're saying this doesn't look like the restoration of the constitutional republic. On the ground, it doesn't look like it. The economy isn't the constitutional republic of the United States, the thing that supports liberty. It was liberty that fueled the individual ability to expand out and to create and to work and to make things. We're getting it backwards again. Again, we're getting it backwards. And this is not by accident. Please watch and read whatever, the links below. I'm sorry I'm not real cool right now. These lights are hot. It's been a really, I almost said it, a nasty, nasty day. Out here.